Welcome to the 2020 version of the Rotary District 5050 Club Training event. For those of you who might not know me, I'm Carol Tickleman, and I look forward to serving you in the coming Rotary year as District Governor of our fabulous district.
Hi, I'm Brad Whitaker, and I have the great honor and pleasure to serve you as your District Governor this Rotary year. Who could have imagined that when we were planning this event last fall, that we'd have to dramatically re-engineer it to what you're now experiencing? This was originally called District Training Assembly, but we renamed it to Club Training Event because it's not about district training, it's about club training.
We traditionally have held this in person at the Kwantlen University facility in Surrey for the past number of years. While we miss seeing you all in person, we are holding this virtually with you safely in your homes, hopefully not in your pajamas. If you are in your PJs, I'm jealous. Either way, thank you for joining with us.
The work that Rotary does in our communities and around the world is even more important right now. I am so proud of the amazing services and projects that have been accomplished by clubs and Rotarians in our district this year, but especially so in the past couple of months. You continue to provide funds for those in need. You continue to deliver groceries and prescriptions to vulnerable people. You continue to provide much needed medical supplies. And some of you continue to be on the front lines, risking your own lives to save others. You are truly amazing.
We thank our training team who have had to re-engineer our traditional deployment of this training event. They have done an amazing job. We also thank the many Rotarians that have stepped forward to volunteer their skills and be part of the expanding district training team. We hope you will enjoy the offerings over the coming weeks. Please let us know if you have ideas of how we can serve you better as you work to continue to serve our clubs and communities. Rotary truly opens opportunities.
And as we continue to prove that Rotary connects the world, we hope that you will stay connected and enjoy this session and future sessions. Enjoy and be safe and stay healthy.
Thank you, Governor Brad and Governor-elect Carroll. All right, again, if you have any questions for the upcoming presentation, please put them in the chat window, and then we can answer those toward the end. You can also use the raise hand feature if you want to comment on something during the discussion. It's also a best practice to turn your video off while we're doing the presentation. That allows the images to load quicker, and it's better for everyone. I'd like to now introduce Bev Harrington, Governor Nominee. As I said earlier, she's a member of the Rotary Club of Burlington. She was the president in 2016 and 2017. She's a graduate of the Rotary Leadership Institute. She developed the Youth Engaged in Service program. She was a group study exchange leader in 2009 to Ecuador. She has served on the district RILA committee, was co-chair at one time of the district vocational committee, and was the chair of the 2019 district conference. Hi, Bev.
Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm going to put my video on so you can see me. There we go. I'm coming to you from the beautiful Skagit Valley and hope you'll all be able to visit next April when the tulips are in full bloom. It is really a sight to behold. As district governor, the year you will be your club president, it's my honor to guide you on this grand adventure. Although starting your year as club president doesn't begin until July 1st, 2021, a whole year away, now is really the time to begin. Both District 5050 and Rotary International provide useful resources and training, and I will be with you the whole way. First, let's get started by introducing ourselves as best we can on Zoom. When I call out your club, please tell us your name and how many years you've been in Rotary. Abbotsford.
That would be me. My name's Doris Woodman McMillan, and I joined the club in May 2010.
Abbotsford, Matsqui.
Hey everyone, my name is Terry Vermeer. I'm from the Abbotsford Matsqui Club, and I've been a member for of Rotary for about 2 years.
Aldergrove.
And that would be me. I'm Larry McGinnis. I've been a Rotarian for 3 years and love the group.
Super. Chilliwack Mount Shem.
That's me. I'm Peter Duhall, and I've been a Rotarian since about 2002, with 2 breaks in that through Western Canada.
Okay. Coquitlam.
That would be me.
Stuff. My hair's like that. I don't even have a decent shirt on.
Sorry. That would be me. It's Ron Warnerbolt, and I've been a member of Rotary for 6 years. Thank you very much.
Okay. Everett.
That would be me, Greg Lineberry, and I've been in Rotary for about 17 years.
Like your hat.
Getting ready.
LaConnor.
Marty Pease, I joined in 2016.
Langley.
Leon Jensen, and I've been a member for the last 4 years.
Okay. Langley Central.
Mike Brown, that's for 15 years as a Rotarian.
15 years, okay. Marysville. Perhaps Michael's not here. He may be joining us a little bit later. Mission Midday. Teresa? Okay, I heard her voice earlier, I thought.
Oh, there she goes.
Here, sorry, I was muted.
Okay, Teresa.
I've been a Rotarian for almost a year.
Okay. Mission Morning.
Hi, Jonathan McIntyre, and I've been a Rotarian for 4 years now.
I wish we could see everyone's face.
Well, you can. I'll turn my camera on. There I am.
Okay, terrific. Okay. North Delta.
David Brown. I've been Rotarian for 10 years, but only 2 years with North Delta.
Okay, North Whidbey Island Sunrise.
That's me, Kim Schaff, and I've only been a Rotarian since, I think, November.
Wow.
You made a big impression.
Wow.
Okay.
We'll see how this one goes.
Port Moody. Not sure they are here yet. Port Moody?
Yes, I'm here, and I'm Corrine, and I'll get my video going. There we go. And hi. Yeah, I've been in Rotary for 4 years.
Corrine, what's your last name, please?
Roger Beresford.
Alrighty, thank you.
San Juan Islands.
It's me, Pete Rose. I've probably been about 14 years with some breaks. I'm a career city manager, so I've been to different places and and the end of the road was San Juan.
You've seen it all, right? Okay, Semialma White Rock.
Linda Hensman. I've been a Rotarian for 22 years now, but 18 of those years were on the far east coast of Canada, St. John's. So I've been 4 years with Semialma.
You like the weather better here?
Oh, well, yes, of course. You don't live in Newfoundland for the weather, but the people are fabulous.
Skagit Rotary.
Hi, that's me, Lynn Murphy, and I've been a Rotarian for 7 years.
South Everett Mukilteo Rotary.
Hi, Terry Stefnick, and I joined in 1994.
Wow. Surrey. Gary.
Yeah, that's us.
Yes.
Unmuted. It says you were muted, but I unmuted us.
Okay, good.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see us?
Yes.
Yes. You're lovely.
Okay. Gary and I are co-presidents, and I have been in Rotary since 2009.
Is that all you're going to say?
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. That's
okay.
everybody else is saying.
I joined Rotary in November 2008. I've been club president in 2012, 2013, and I'm a member of our local youth Yale committee.
So returnees, super. Whidbey West Side.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gwen Jones, and I was one of the founding members of Rotary Club of Whidbey West Side here on beautiful Whidbey Island. And then I took a couple years off and rejoined because career took me away. Career came back, and I am back here for the last 3 years now. I'll have to double check with El Presidente on that one. So off and on, but I've been so I was founding member, took a break, back here on Whidbey for the last 3 years.
So how many years is that altogether?
6, 7, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
White Rock Peace Arch.
Yeah, my name's Christopher Stiles, and I've been a member for 1 year exactly.
Okay. And I don't know if Deb Wiggs was going to be able to get to us this early. Are you here, Deb? And I see Jono. And which club are you with? You're a president-elect, aren't you?
Yes.
This is a different group, but you're quite welcome.
Jono, you should be in the President-elect's seminar, which is going on with Carol Tickleman right now.
Okay, I wonder why I was sent this one.
So Pat,
no problem.
Pat, I'm going to have you send Jono the link for that, please. Pat's joined us.
My president-elect had the same.
Yes, I'll do that.
Thank you, Pat. Yeah, you're not the only one, Jono. So Pat,
Okay,
Ron's gonna send you the link.
But it's awfully nice to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, I sign off.
Thank you.
I'm almost I am president-elect as well, but Pat put me into this one.
Okay, then we should probably go to that other group as well then.
And if she could also send a link to Christy King.
Yeah, we already took care of that one.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Can you send it to Mike Brown?
So you're going to head over there.
Mike Brown too, please.
Mike Brown, you're a president-elect?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right, Pat, are you getting all this?
I missed somebody. I've got Mike Brown and Jono. Who was the woman?
Teresa Wallace.
Teresa Wallace from Mission Midday.
Okay, no, she is she's a nominee. I've gone through that with her. She's a nominee.
Well, she just dropped out, so if you could let her know to come back.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, I'm still here.
Oh,
But
there you are.
was no other nominees, so they put me as president-elect in the group.
Okay, well, that's not what the records show, Teresa, so.
Okay, no worries.
You're quite welcome to stay.
Yeah, I'll stay on this one, that's fine.
Stay for now till I find out some more.
Okay, sounds good.
And somebody joined us that has iPad. Who is that, please?
This is Gordy Senga from White Rock Rotary Club.
How do you spell your last name, Gordy?
Senga, S-A-N-G-H-A. I
And
did try
Gordy,
to.
are you president nominee, Gordy, or are you president-elect?
President nominee. Actually,
From White-
Raj just sent me the link to ask me to join, so I had difficulty registering earlier on.
Okay, from Right Rock. Well, Gordy Sangha, right?
Yes, SANGHA.
Well, Gordy, we've been telling each other how many years we've been in Rotary. And
Sorry, this particular Rotary Club about 5 years, but I have been a Rotarian for 20 years, since 2000.
20 years, okay. Have we missed anybody else?
It doesn't look like it, Pat.
Okay, well, it's, you know, it's really nice to meet in person, and I really enjoy it to meet in person. But it's amazing how many people can come together because we're on Zoom. So this virtual life we're living in right now lets us connect, I think, sometimes even more and certainly easier, especially the folks from San Juan and all over our district. So now we're going to get started with a brief summary. James, I do not want to have my picture up there necessarily.
Okay, sorry.
So put the slide up, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Here we go.
So we're going to start with a brief summary of the job you signed up for. So as president, your job is to really lead and motivate your club and to ensure that all your club members feel valuable and inspired and connected to each other. You preside over club and board meetings, which is probably what's most familiar. You appoint the committee chairs and their members and conduct club assemblies. You create a budget and manage club finances along with your club treasurer. And our district wants us to be sure we have a safe environment for all youth participants. You work with your district governor, that's me, Bev Harrington, and your assistant governor. In our district, we have 12 areas, and we have an assistant governor in each one of those areas, and usually about 4 or 5 clubs. So your assistant governor is going to be someone that you'll want to go to with any questions that you have, and you will learn who that is very shortly. Having been in your shoes 5 years ago, I have 3 suggestions on how to get started. Begin now. If you haven't already, you need to join my Rotary. You need to set up a monthly calendar from July 1st, 2020 through June 30th, 2022. And the third thing that I think is really important is to access the Club President Manual. I know quite a few of you have already signed up to my Rotary, but I want to go through this with those of you who haven't yet because it is so very important and it is the very first thing you need to do. So here's a few slides that are going to show you how easy it is to do. So you just go to the Rotary.org website and then you click on My Rotary. That's going to take you to a place to register. So it says register for an account. The third step is to create an account. Obviously, if you already have an account, you know this is where you sign in. But if you haven't joined already, you have to create an account. You fill in the information and very quickly click on continue. Then you'll get an email. Check your email for the address you provided in the step above. You will receive this message. Click on the blue link to finalize the process. fill in all the mandatory information, and click on Create an Account. Okay, click Continue. Voila, you've got your My Rotary account. Now, pretty simple process. And yet, every year we find that we get to pre-pets and people haven't done it yet. So I really, really want you to be 100%, and in the next tomorrow or the next few days, make this happen. It is very simple. Having access to My Rotary and being familiar with the training opportunities, reports, and tools is really critical for your job as club president. So this is going to give you so much information that you'll find very useful. You will be able to set and track your goals in Rotary Club Central using the tools. And this will allow you, one more slide, there we go. This will allow you to achieve the Rotary citation for the year you're leading the club. The Rotary citation really gives you a lot of direction on where to set goals. And I have to say, it was one of my proudest moments as club president that our club received the Rotary citation. My second suggestion is to develop a monthly calendar. Well, why do you need a monthly calendar? And I'm talking about paper. I'm not talking about on your cell phone. And it's because the next 2 years are going to be so full of training and activities and everything else that occupies your time and thoughts right now. So there are both mandatory and recommended training opportunities as you prepare. And these you're going to want to have on your calendar. Mandatory training includes pre-pets in Bellingham. This is scheduled for November 7th at the Bellingham Airport Holiday Inn. It's an opportunity to meet all of your fellow presidents-elect in District 5050 because this is a meeting you can't miss. In addition to learning what to expect at Pacific Northwest Pets in February, you will hear from a panel of current club presidents about what they might have done differently as they prepared to lead their club and what has really worked for them. So we're interested to know via chat if you have a preference, and we have a choice, about an in-person meeting or a virtual meeting. So if you could take a moment to go to chat and just say, I prefer virtual or I prefer in person. We don't know if we're going to have a choice, but we certainly have the site booked now and we have the program being planned. So we'll take a second while you get everything in chat.
So Bev, that looks like the February 2nd for the grant seminar. Should that be February 20th?
You have a different date?
Well, January 30th, usually they're on a Saturday. So January 30th is a Saturday, but February 2nd is a Tuesday.
Well, how clever of me to make it wrong.
I'm guessing. I'm asking you. So
thank you. No, let me check. Thank you for catching that. So as everyone's putting in what they want, whether in person or virtual, I'm going to just double check that.
Yeah, then you don't have a choice. You have to do the one in White Rock.
Sorry, quick question. Maybe you said this and I missed it. So how long is it? Because I think that makes a difference as to whether my preference of in-person or virtual.
Well, we wouldn't do it as long as in person. In person is probably starting about 9 in the morning and leaving about 2:30 or 3. And we wouldn't do that on Zoom. That would be crazy. So it would be a shorter session. I would imagine not more than an hour or two, and definitely with some sort of break. So let's see what this says, TRF.
And of course, with the elephant in the room, I guess this all of this planning, as much as we'd love to do it, is really kind of depends on our world at this time. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I was asked to ask, my feeling is, how can we possibly know?
Exactly.
But I was asked to ask. Oh, well, thank you very much, Marty, for catching that. It's February 27th. Does that make it a Saturday?
Yeah, and the 20th was in the middle of pets, so I'm like, the 20th doesn't make sense either.
Yeah, February 27th. I missed a letter. So we'll need to get that corrected, and it's being filmed. Oh, too bad. Oh well, 27th. We'll see if everybody else is catching it. Okay. So to participate in the grant seminar, though, you as president-elect next year have to attend. It's a requirement if your club is going to apply for a district or a global grant, whether or not you've been before. So you may have gone another time, but you need to go again as president-elect and bring someone with you to attend also. And because it is 2 different places and 2 different dates, you can go to either one, whichever one is going to work best for you. Now, whatever you've heard about pets, this year is going to be very different. It is being totally reimagined, kind of like Disney, based on feedback from last year's presidents-elect. They wanted more discussion time to really connect with the other attendees. And this Pacific Northwest Pets, is planned by the district governors-elect. So that's me and my cohorts in the other 8 districts that participate in Pacific Northwest Pets. So the 4 main classes are Foundation, Public Relations, Membership, and Leadership. And these are going to be offered prior to PETS through 1-hour webinars, which will be offered several different times. And so you can choose the one that will work best for you. Due to this pre-learning, it will allow for really engaged conversation through small group facilitated discussions. So in the past, PETS has been pretty much not as interactive as it might be. And this year, we're trying something totally new and exciting. And so whatever you've heard, some of it will be exactly the same, the fun and meeting people, but some of it will be a lot more opportunity to get to know and to learn from your other attendees. The club training seminar hopefully will be in person next year in March again. And you may have heard that every club is charged for 5 participants, whether they attend or not. Now, why is that? It's because it's so very valuable for you to bring your leadership team with you to this training seminar, so they are properly trained for the roles that they'll be taking on. So that needs to be on your calendar as one of those mandatory things. And one of the things we've done in Burlington to get people to go is we carpool. So when I was president-elect, I said, hey, we're all going to go together. We're going to have a good time. I'll pick you up. And so we had the leadership team there. In subsequent years, that hasn't necessarily happened. So I encourage you, think about carpooling, unless you live right in that area. And I think you'll have a better response from your team. So there are other opportunities also. And while they're not mandatory, they really are worth being involved with. The first one is RLI, and many of you probably have already been to the Rotary Leadership Institute. It had a entirely new format this year, though, and so it was offered over a weekend instead of 3 separate different Saturdays. RLI broadens your Rotary knowledge and your leadership skills. So if you haven't attended RLI, it really is recommended. Well, we won't be in Hawaii for this year's convention, but we all can participate virtually. I was able to connect on the Rotary International Telethon a couple of weeks ago, and I was really impressed with the exceptional production that was put together. It's not like anything else we see on Zoom. RLI really knows how to go virtual. So it's going to be over the June 20th to 26th. And obviously they're not going to have us sitting there for all those times. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to mix it up. When they did the telethon, it was amazing. They had some opportunities for stretching. They had different types of musical things happening in between presentations. So I think it will be something to check out. The district conferences include really first-class speakers, great fellowship, club recognition, youth presentations, and lots of fun. So I hope you'll really plan to end your year as club president by coming to Semeyamu and celebrating with me. Our Rotary International President, Shekhar Mehta, there he is. He's coming at the same time you'll be club president. He's from the Rotary Club of Calcutta, Manhanagar in West Bengal, India. His vision is to have Rotary as the most recognized service organization in the world. I'm really looking forward to the theme he chooses for the year he will be Rotary International President. That will be announced in January, along with the goals every club will be encouraged to achieve to strengthen their club and Rotary, and also qualify for that Rotary citation. I'd like you to add me to your Club Runner communications so I receive your newsletter. And pretty soon we're going to have up there how to do that. Okay. So let's keep in touch. There we go. Add me to your Club Runner communications. Okay. It's really important for me to start understanding your club and knowing more about your club and when you meet and all of those things. So if you get me on your communications, so I receive your newsletters, I will be able to get that information. We're going to have monthly check-ins and Zoom starting in September. So we can see how things are going, what we found out, how we can help each other, and be there and acknowledge what we're all doing. And I'd also like you to think about inviting me to participate in your service projects and fundraising events so I can meet your members whenever possible. I'm not going to be able to attend 50 clubs worth of events, but I will be doing some of them. James is laughing. But I really would like to. And so I really want to have that personal touch. You know, my sense of things is if I only come once a year, when you have a program, it might be a good program to give, it might not be so good, but if I can meet you personally on a more casual basis, I think we'll get to know each other better. So I'd like to wrap up my prepared comments with a personal story. Many years ago, I worked at a local manufacturing company providing office support for the maintenance superintendent when I learned that the small on-site company credit union was looking for a new manager. While this seemed like a great opportunity, it was a big step. The following quote, attributed to Goethe, was on my desk calendar. It changed the direction of my life at that time and has encouraged me to take bold steps ever since. So I want to share it with you as we begin this journey together. Until one is fully committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness concerning all acts of initiative and creation. There is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no man or woman could have dreamed would have come his or her way. Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now. So I'll be talking with you soon. Here's my contact information. Unfortunately, I can't hand you my business card, but I will be sending you an email and it will have this on there too. So we'll be moving into some questions, but I wanted to say, I hope you all stay safe and you stay healthy and that we stay connected.
Well, thank you, Bev. And if anybody has any questions, we can take those now. Just to make it simple, please raise your hand and go ahead and turn your video back on. That way we'll be able to see you. All righty. Okay. And I don't, whoops. I don't see anybody's hand raised yet. Oh, there's one. Pete Rose, go ahead.
And I can't find the, no, there's the video. Just a quick message. Yes, Bev, please send that because my screen inhibited seeing all of your information.
I will.
All righty. Anybody else have any questions or comments?
So,
go ahead.
This is Kim, and I guess my question is, because I am pretty new to Rotary to begin with, and is the role, my role this year is really to learn? Is that kind of the point?
I didn't quite hear you, Kim.
My role for this year as coming up to be president-elect is to learn then and to know what to do for the next year. Is that, I mean, and I'll step in if the president's out or whatever, but for the most part, it seems to me from today that it's really all about learning about Rotary and what it takes to be the president and how to do the job.
Well, between now and July 1st, you can learn. You will continue to learn after July 1st, but you're going to have a lot to do. And that includes thinking about what goals you want to have during the year that you're president, looking at your club's strategic plan, if you have one, and how it's working and how you might want it to go forward. So there's lots of activity during the coming year. If you go to the on Rotary Club Central and look at some of the information, you can get a kind of a thought about it. And we will go over even more when we have the pre-pets training in November, and then as pets as well. And what I can do and what we can do in our monthly meetings is perhaps provide some information about, okay, this is where you might want to be at this point. And I'm also going to be sending you, I'd forgotten that for a minute, I'm going to be sending you a document that tells you month by month what you might focus on.
Perfect.
And that'll come out to, thank you for reminding me, that'll come out to you within hopefully about a week. And so that I'll remember now.
If, I have an observation. I haven't served as club president, and maybe you and Gary could talk about this, but it seems to me that the president-elect is extremely busy during that year leading up to their presidency, and they're not as busy during the presidency. Is that an accurate statement or close to it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, that is an accurate statement.
Hopefully, Kim, that gives you some idea. All right, Pete Rose had his hand up again. Go ahead, Pete. I see you, Linda.
Sorry to be a pest.
Okay.
When I get on my Rotary, can you give us an idea of how much content there is for us to take tutorials and try to learn the ropes?
Well, there's quite a bit on there, and you can't learn it all at one time. So getting on there, and the first thing to do is get familiar with what is on there. Okay. And I can send you some more information about that too. Would that be helpful? Are you looking for where to start?
Yes, he says.
Okay.
Linda.
I will put some stuff together.
All right. Linda Hensman.
2 comments. I think we're all enchanted to a certain extent with Zoom and the wonderful world that it's created for us in terms of staying connected. But it's certainly not the same as being able to network with people at meetings. And so I think that obviously when the time is right, when we know it's safe, it will be nice to return to having training sessions and as in-person events. Zoom's a great substitute, but you can't have those one-off conversations. Yeah, they've got chat rooms and things like that, but it's not the same. It's not the same spontaneity. So I'm just make that comment. That I think by the time we're all through this, we may be all sick of Zoom. But anyway, the other comment I would make is I have actually been using. As vice president this year, I was charged with the responsibility of ensuring that we maintained all our records for the goals that we've set and that we've got in Rotary Club Central. And so I've learned an awful lot about Rotary Club Central and our goal setting and how the documentation that's required to be input in order to be successful at getting a citation. And so I'm happy to share my knowledge with people as small as it is, but I'm certainly willing to help anybody who might be struggling with that. You can do it on Zoom,
That's great. Is it all right if I give your information, your contact information out, Linda, to the group?
Sure. Now, what I will say is that as vice president, in fact, I didn't have access to Rotary Club Central. So one of the other people who did have access gave me access to his account so that I could, update everything. But I'm presuming as president-elect, I will actually have access to Rotary Club.
Yes,
Central.
on July 1st for some of those reporting things.
Sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you can see
And
what's
yeah, I'm happy to share what my little knowledge.
right. And
Linda. Gwen, go ahead.
Hi guys. Okay, so one, I agree with the whole Zoom thing. I've been on Zoom for a while, so I know there's a learning curve. So God bless you guys. Stick with it. You may actually start liking it. But my comment is to Kimberly. Kimberly, we're on the same island, my love. We're on Woodby, okay? And according to Mr. Inslee, I'm not sure about the Prime Minister, okay? But according to Mr. Inslee, as soon as the 15th of this month, at least I think groups of a few people can actually get together. So I think especially you who's new to the world and more than a little bit nervous, and me who may be a little older to the world but still nervous. It is summer on Woodby. I think that you and I could form some type of partnership on our beautiful island, and then I suggest this to Langley and White Rock, who are right next to each other. I mean, half of my family lives in White Rock. Yo, White Rock, way to go. They can meet. So until we can be together as a cohesive unit, 2 or 3 people can get together for a beer or a cocktail and say, gosh, my year, I'm really nervous about blank. Or I think, like Linda said, I really know this piece, but I have no idea about this piece. So we are really lucky, you guys, because we have like 20 months to work this stuff out. So until we're off of Zoom, Kimberly, come to the house. Come eat from my garden and let's have some wine and figure out how we're going to take over the world.
Okay, I want to be invited. I live close.
We're pretty soon going to have 50 people at your house.
I have a mask.
To tell you the truth, one of the things that my home here is known for is its garden. And one of the things that we do for Rotary is we do, as Rotary fundraisers, cocktails from the garden and a beautiful farm to table. So as soon as all of this gets worked out, everybody, come on down to Woodby and we'll feed you right out of the yard.
Super.
Pretty fun.
Super. Okay.
But Kim, until then, come on down. Let's do it.
Well, thank you, Gwen.
You bet. That's it for me, Jeff.
Doris, did you have your hand up?
I just wanted to be included in the wine if the wine's going to be served. And I've never been to Whidbey Island, so I wouldn't mind visiting.
Please, your court. I mean, the garden, where it is. So this is the property, and there is underneath that hillside there is a whole garden with just vegetables and fruits and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, so we eat our yard around here. As you
Okay,
can tell
you
by
are
my
our favorite person to visit right now.
Well, Rotary Club of Woodby West Side not only has chefs, but we have a whole bunch of distillers and vintners in our club. So come on down, people. We know how to have some fun.
All right, anybody else have any comments to share or anything? Questions? Doesn't look like that's the case, Bev. If you have any closing comments.
Only that I'll get some information out to you. Like I normally it'd go out tomorrow, but since I'm having to work full time because one of my main employees is gone because of COVID, it might take me having a weekend to be able to put it together. But I will get that planning calendar out to you. And normally that is given to people at Pre-Pets in November. But there's information there on what to do in July and August and September and October. So I thought I'm going to get that to you sooner. It has to be updated a little bit from last year, but that will be coming to you along with some of the other my contact information and a reminder to Gwen to invite me to that meeting with Kimberly.
Gwen, you have something else to share?
I have one more thing to share, and I'm willing to give $20 tonight to Rotary Foundation. And that is, if you guys go on wherever you get your podcast, there is an awesome podcast that James is actually going to be on Friday, and your district governor has been on, called the I'm a Rotarian podcast. And I perform it right here from my studio here on the island. It's in its second season, and it's a weekly podcast introducing you to amazing people that proudly call themselves Rotarians. So we literally have had Rotarians from Africa, from Mexico, people that have been in Rotary since the 70s, and we ask them the same questions, and they tell us all about their stories of everything from polio vaccines to making wells to everything. So check it out, and I'll be hitting you guys all up to be guests. So bam.
So how many of you know how to go on a podcast? How many of you know how to go on a podcast? Not me. So we expect some instructions.
Bev, if you need me to shoot you over to Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts on, I'm happy to.
I have pea pods. I don't know about podcasts. So anyway,
well, I don't know.
Thank you.
James is getting interviewed on Friday, so you guys stick around. He's going to be there. All right, I'll send my $20 in right now.